There are stories that don't belong to just one person. They belong to thousands, even millions of people who live silently in similar circumstances. This is one of those stories, a reflection of what happens when relationships lose compassion, when families ignore pain, and when society places blame on the wrong shoulders. It begins in a household that, from the outside, looked ordinary. Children's laughter filled the rooms, and another child was on the way. But behind closed doors, there was no laughter, only the echo of harsh words, taunts, and constant criticism. The husband in this story carried a mindset poisoned with resentment. He believed marrying his wife was not a blessing, but a mistake. Again and again, he reminded her their union was a burden. Instead of showing care, he lashed out with insults, not only toward her, but also toward her family. The foundation of the home, which should have been built on respect and kindness, slowly crumbled under his bitterness. When preparations began for the wife's brother's wedding, tensions grew worse. In many families, weddings are a time of joy, gathering, celebration. But here, jealousy and insecurity poisoned the atmosphere. Every little arrangement sparked arguments. Every smile on her face was met with suspicion. The husband's taunts became sharper and his cruelty harder to ignore. One evening, after yet another heated fight, the husband did something that would change everything. He abandoned her. He left her at her parents' home and walked away. For him, it may have been a statement of power, but for her, it was a moment of complete betrayal. What followed was even more painful. Instead of support, her own family began to doubt her. They whispered maybe she had created this drama on purpose, that maybe she was jealous of her brother's wedding and wanted attention. Instead of standing by her, they accused her of bitterness. Now imagine the weight of such loneliness. To be rejected by your partner is one wound, but to be doubted by your family, the very people you turn to for comfort, is another wound entirely. In moments like these, the heart feels heavy and the mind feels like a prison. Questions repeat endlessly. Am I really the problem? Did I cause this? Or am I being punished for something I never did? She sought advice wherever she could. Friends, strangers, online communities, anyone who might listen. The suggestions were mixed. Some told her to apologize. Others told her to be patient, to endure for the children. And many said the same words society often repeats: go back, keep the family together at any cost. And so she tried. She reached out. She apologized. She begged for peace. But instead of reconciliation, she received cruelty. The only words she heard in return were, whatever is happening to you, you deserve it. That one sentence crushed her spirit. It wasn't just rejection, it was the denial of her humanity. But here's the important truth. This is not just her story. It is the story of countless people who are trapped in toxic homes. People who endure insult after insult, hoping one day things will change. People who stay silent, fearing society's judgment more than their own pain. So, what can be done? The truth is, there are no easy answers, but some realities cannot be ignored. First, silence never solves anything. Hoping abuse will heal with time is like waiting for fire to put itself out. It only spreads further. Second, enduring cruelty for appearances is not noble. It is dangerous. A child raised in a toxic home learns toxic lessons. They grow up thinking shouting is normal, disrespect is acceptable, and silence is survival. That is not the legacy any parent wants to leave. Third, every person deserves respect. No tradition, culture, or family honor can erase that right. Sometimes the bravest choice is to walk away. Sometimes choosing self-respect over endurance is the only path forward, and sometimes healing begins not with forgiveness, but with distance. This story is not about hatred, but awareness. Never normalize abuse. Never tell someone to adjust when their soul is being crushed. And above all, never believe you deserve cruelty, because no one does.